We
At least
on,
my
we on, we on. It's Resse Raway. He's got a lot of things he's
shit.
been doing. He's doing movie. Matter of fact, he got a movie out right now. And he's going to
Philadelphia sleeper.
explain. He's going to explain himself loud and clear. Resse Raway, super talented. You good?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, Scarfo Live? How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, bro. Here to
Yeah,
help you with your platform. Get the
no
people out
doubt.
here and check you out.
No doubt.
You can
Appreciate
let it
it,
go,
brother.
bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I got I just had to share this joint, you know what I mean, one time. But got the movie out right now on Amazon Prime. It's called Philadelphia Sleeper. It's a feature film. My first feature film, executive producer. Shout out to Elevision. You know what I mean? He's on this project, work with um Christian Moore. I got Shaquem Venable, Woozy, um, Montega Picasso. A lot of people jumped on this. D Money. Everybody jumped on this project. They got this project done. We did it for the city. It's a really dope project. Definitely got to check it out. Like I said, it's on Amazon Prime right now. It's international. It's going everywhere.
Make sure,
Loving the
not to cut you
response.
off, make sure you share it to your page because my page, it was people hitting it, and then, you know, they were. I was waiting on you, so just share it, whatever you're doing. That way, it's about 10,000 people checking it out.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt. I'll definitely share it. Make sure I put the movie link on there so everybody can go see it. Um, Another project I can actually put it on the chat description too in a second. Um, Also, we got two more movies coming out off of High Maintenance Pictures. Basically, I want to talk about High Maintenance Pictures for a real quick second. High Maintenance Pictures is the sub company to High Maintenance Lifestyle. We actually got four different companies: High Maintenance Entertainment for the rappers and the artists and the models and all that.
Yeah,
We have High Maintenance Pictures for the movies, and we have Sucker Free Nation, which is this clothing line right here, Sucker Free Nation Clothing. That's
yeah.
FN. We have that, and we also got a real estate company.
Okay,
So we,
cool.
yeah, Better Choice Real Estate Investment. So we get money every which way it comes.
Yeah, you're
Um,
doing you're doing branding, you're doing
yeah,
branding and IPs and all that kind of stuff. That's the way
every,
to go.
everything, brother.
Entrepreneurship, and you also had some relationships with a couple actors. You was telling me earlier, so you can let people
Yeah.
know about that long list of
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah. Right now I'm on the campaign. Shout out to Terrence King, T. Labat.
Okay, yeah,
We got a campaign right now out there called No More Excuses, where
okay.
we're telling everybody, look, no more excuses. You got to vote. I don't care who you vote for. You need to vote. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a big election right here, and either you gonna go with the wild card. I call Trump the wild card. He like a wild card. So you either go with the wild card or you go with Biden, and that's a whole nother
That's
situation.
funny. That's actually funny you said that because did you see the statement that was said about that? Uh he said somebody said the girl was smoking weed and Snoop Dogg and listening to Snoop Dogg. I'm like, what? Come on now. And see, that was a derogatory statement of
Yeah,
of doing, you know what they was doing.
that was yeah, that was basically blatantly trying to be ignorant and try to call a person lack of knowledge, which we know that what that means.
But
The
people don't
definition
really
for that.
but people don't really understand her being where she's at. This is history. Okay.
Yeah.
Trump, you know, uh could be the first female vice president and she's black. She's not even a white. So, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see
And,
how this all
and
pans out though.
and I ain't gonna hold you. The crazy part about this whole situation is this: like a lot of people don't know, Biden suffers from a bad brain
Disorder.
situation, and yeah, in 1988, he went to hospital. He had to have surgery on his brain. So ever since 1988, his joint ain't been functioning right, and now it's at the point where it's deteriorating. So now with that being said, he might not could even last 4 years. So if she did, if he win hypothetically, then she would be the first female president and a female of color at the same time.
Yeah, by
First
default.
female color president by default. Yeah,
Yeah, by
you know
default.
what I mean.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean, this is a big deal because I think it's going to work for Biden. As far as and it's going to make people come out. They're going to come out for this because we just had Obama, Trump won after that,
yeah,
and then now this is like
yeah.
this is big. This is going to be
I
big.
mean, my thing is the wild card is doing certain stuff because he's a wild card. That's not the norm. And for a person like me, I always been the type person that I never went with the norm. You understand? So
Yeah,
everything I did as an individual, as
yeah.
myself. You know what I mean? With everything. You know what I mean? I probably like one of the few. Matter of fact, I'm the only person right now in Philadelphia that got a movie out this year for Philadelphia on a major platform.
What's the platform? I mean, you inboxed it to me, but what's the
Amazon,
platform?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
was it.
I'm the only person from Philadelphia that got a movie on a major platform right now, a feature film.
And
And
see,
that's
that's
deep.
yeah. I mean that was an amazing thing for you to figure out the steps to even get to that point because there are people actually on my page. I know this for a fact that works for Netflix and
Yeah.
they have that platform, but you got to understand how Netflix does business. Most of the time they're gonna tell you got make sure you do 45 minutes 50 minutes because 10 minutes is some type of marketing
Yeah,
promotion.
that's just a short that's a short. You gotta do at least 40, 49 or 50 minutes.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
Netflix. And you know what, I
Yeah.
checked out quite a few joints on Netflix. It's pretty good. They pretty good. They
Yeah,
was pretty good.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to Black because he had the joint last year. He dropped the joint on Netflix for last year for Philly. And this year I dropped the joint on Amazon Prime for Philly. But
Yeah.
it just show you like it's not the norm though. It's not like the people that you would expect to drop a movie out there and be like, oh, such and such dropping a movie out and it's going to such and such. Nah, it's really it's us. It's the flavor. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And that's the difference. And that's why I said like I always like when it comes to the difference, I see it and I look at that and I look at it extensively. And even
Hmm.
with politics, back to politics, I even look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I know Biden is running with the regular rules. He's a stiffler for that. You know, he come back in. I don't know about anybody else, but I wasn't too happy with the regular rules that was being run with this country anyway. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I
I mean
mean?
it's I mean this whole pandemic and coronavirus telling people to now they telling you to wear a
Yeah.
shield and a shield with a mask and it's crazy. Like I ain't
Yeah, I
I'm
ain't wearing no
suffocating with
shit
the mask.
with the mask. Yeah, and then a lot of people don't understand that causes respiratory problems anyway.
It's carbon dioxide going right
Yeah,
back in your body.
yeah, you know, because people burping in their mask, they got saliva and it's going on their
It's
mask. It's
carbon
just a whole
dioxide.
yeah, it's just a whole lot, and it's a shame that it's like that. Like I put up a meme, like I don't know if you've seen it. I put up a meme that had Darth Vader on there,
Mm.
and Darth Vader on the subway in Philly talking about some. They told me I had to wear a mask. I should have never listened to him. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
yeah, but the way people they got to do a little bit more study on it. Like Fauci always says something totally different than Trump says the opposite. It's like I've never even seen nothing like this in my life. Like usually they all be on one page. They're not on the same page. They doing
Nah.
their own little thing over here, and he's doing his own little thing on the other side. I don't know what's going on, and I never seen so much confusion. As far as presidency and it's just
Yeah.
ironic that we caught a coronavirus pandemic with Trump because One thing I can say, the economy was good until the pandemic.
Until
I
the
can
pandemic.
say until the pandemic, and but
Yeah,
he's been saying don't wear a mask, everything's
yeah.
okay,
That's what I'm
school
saying.
is
Wild
back.
card. Wild card. He said don't wear a mask. He says what else did he say? He said I'm not taking no vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
He like he's basically blatantly throwing out those things out there that the but once Biden come in, Biden's gonna say mandatory vaccine. Kids can't go back to school unless they get a vaccine.
But it's
That's
going
what's
to be
gonna
interesting.
happen.
It's actually going to be really interesting to see
Hey,
this all play out because this is going to be a historical voter
yeah,
voting system this time around. And you know, all that mail-in stuff, they're gonna have to come with
yeah,
a better system where both parties is actually watching the ballots go in, and we got to come up with something because this is not going to work
yeah,
the way they doing
yeah.
this. This is not. We can't do all this mail-in, balloting, and I don't trust none of that stuff. They mess around and
Man,
oh yeah,
they can chef that up too. They can chef that up real quick. Um,
exactly. But
it's a it's, yeah,
a lot
it's
of
one of
thing
them.
a lot of the things that you've been doing, you always kept me abreast of some of the things you were actually doing, and me and you was always good because I remember when we used to do
Always,
the
always.
events, it used to be
Rittenhouse
you.
Live, all that. Yeah,
Yeah, so you know uh you know we was always good. It was just a matter, I said, you know what, as soon as I get something going, I'm a hit him up, and I'm actually going to hit up a lot of those people that you knew. And
okay.
because people don't even know that I was out there doing that hip hop R&B stuff with
Oh
with
yeah,
independent artists. Of course, but they don't really
yeah.
know that I was a part of that with Larry and
Oh,
I'm
the
trying to.
wave.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna try to get Larry on the platform and get him to pop off because I think that will bring back great memories because I remember being around him for a couple of years and I know he used Mackie and
Yeah,
but when it came to Rittenhouse, that was me and him, and it
yeah.
was great, man. I mean, I met a lot of
I
people with that guy.
remember. I remember when you. I remember when you signed the Def Jam.
Yeah,
I
well, no,
remember
I did
that.
a song. I did a song with somebody on Island Def Jam,
Well, yeah,
and
Island Def
and
Jam. Yeah.
I'm a singer songwriter by nature, but none of the hip hop people knew that until
Yeah,
they
yeah.
actually saw me start putting it up on on the internet, and but I had music over in Germany. We did well. We did Germany. It was in Japan, Tokyo.
Okay.
So I know about a lot more about the music industry stuff. And the funny part about this conversation is, see, I never told y'all anything because I was always just DJing and playing y'all music, and y'all just go perform. But I mean, I've been around Tupac Shakur. He hung with us for
Okay.
2 days. We were managed by Sharif and Adil at the time, and Sharif and Adil was Robert Cool's actual real uncle who was in Kool and the Gang, and
Yeah.
with them, I was up in East Orange, New Jersey, dude. We met the Fugees when they was cutting the first album. We met them in the studio up in East Orange, so a lot of people didn't even know. Well, it was another generation. That's all, and and then
Yeah. Yeah.
we was up in North Jersey also, and when we was up in North Jersey, we stayed with a guy named Colin Davis. Colin Davis knew everybody from the Flavor Unit because that's where he lived at, up there in North Jersey. So when we hooked
Yeah.
up with Colin Davis, do you now check this out? So this happened in Washington D.C. We down there, we were being managed by actually one of Marvin Gaye's widows, and that's actually Gerald Busby's daughter. We never knew that,
Mm,
but
mm.
we were just brought down there. So on this particular day, Colin hits us up and says, "Yo, I got somebody I want y'all to check out. This guy is hot." Guess who the guy was? It was Tupac. So Tupac hung with us for 2 days, like just and he never said a word. But
Ain't
he
never
rocked.
say a word.
He just shook our hands and was hanging with us. We was getting in everywhere, all the events. So it's weird. I never was able to really say that story to anybody. The other guy in the group, he actually was cool with Puffy because they all went to Howard. So Puffy went to Howard. So he
Okay.
was
Yeah,
always a
yeah, no
hustler,
doubt.
So it's funny because we were down in Virginia, and I was like, man, you ain't go to school no Puffy. Dude, we ran right into him. Biggie had just shot his first video. He's standing right next to Puffy down in Virginia. We're down there with Teddy Riley and them. So now check this out.
Okay,
We had real paperwork from Teddy. It was the Funky Mama, which was Queen Pen. She was the first artist.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that was
Queen
that
Pen.
yeah,
Shout out
but
to
that
her.
yeah. So she in turn she came out first, but they were looking for the second artist. But his brother was named Markel. Markel told Teddy, you better get these guys out of here. They hot. Dude, I can just go on and on. Heavy D. I met all those people, man.
Yeah,
And down
yeah,
Virginia, Pharrell was down there when we was down there. Pharrell was down there. Rodney Jerkins was down there. So all those people had great
yeah.
runs. And
Yeah,
I met,
cause Pharrell and Timberland, Pharrell Youngboy, like they grew up together, like together. So I know
well,
you probably met Tim
no,
down
no, no,
there.
no.
So
What you really don't know is Pharrell's real cousins are in Philly.
oh
And
yeah,
yeah, so Lee Johnson, who was in you remember a group called 100X?
X. I'm trying
They
to
was
think.
they
I'm
was
not.
they was 90s, 80s, they was like
Oh,
90s,
okay.
early 90s, and but they had a big name for themselves. And I could tell you that I ain't believe it at first neither, but then
Yeah.
I actually saw it. That's his actual cousin. So when Pharrell did that last event down in Virginia, because he does this event every year in Virginia, he
Yeah.
was with him, and that's his real cousin. He right out of Philly.
Yeah. Well, Pharrell brought a lot. They brought Pharrell brought Man and Boo out. Philly Most Wanted. He
Oh,
brought
of
them
course.
out.
Oh, of course, of course. He because
Yeah.
and then he came back with
Well,
what's that?
Roscoe, then Roscoe got snagged though.
Yeah,
But
Roscoe.
Roscoe, yeah.
Yeah, but Roscoe, I know his mom, so I'm cool with her.
Oh, all
That's
right.
that's Miss Rashida. Um, yeah, it was Roscoe, but then it became because that's Ab Lava and all them, in
Yeah, yeah. That's
that
that
little
whole
clique
era.
right there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but the bottom line is that was the hottest era for Philly. Of course, you had Beans and all them, and then
Yeah,
it's
no
funny
doubt.
because when I started being around Larry, people don't even know he had. I remember when Jalil Beats was coming in, like
Oh yeah.
he used to come in this. Yo, let me just EQ my music.
Yeah,
Jalil Beats
Jalil,
was on there.
Meek, Red Cafe,
No, he knew,
Wiz.
he had the. Remember he was the hip hop guy.
Yeah, no
So out
doubt.
of out of all those people that they really get it from him because he was the one that was really that hip hop guy to me. Um,
Yeah,
and then it was other people after that, but remember he comes from the era of 80s and 90s
yeah,
when
true,
he
true.
had his deal. But the point is, we're here to talk about Reese Raway.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Hey, Scar, one little fast memory though. You remember the time Tina Marie came to the VIP lounge and her daughter jumped on the stage while I was performing and
Oh
tried to
yeah,
mess
yeah,
up my set. So, R.I.P. Tina Marie. Yeah, I mean that was fun time too. VIP lounge was fun
oh
time
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. But
You know
it's
what I'm
funny
saying?
because what ain't it crazy? We were able to do all of this stuff freely, and now every time you go to the door, you feel funny now just to
Yeah,
walk down the street, and
yeah,
that's just crazy. And the kids, and you know, first they say they ain't gonna have no school. Public schools in Philly, they not even they not even doing
yeah.
anything.
They digital, everything digital.
Yeah,
You
so I
know.
mean, and then I don't know how this is going to actually pan out, though. Seriously, I mean, this is interesting. Just, I mean, and it's every time I go on like CNN or something like that, because I try to check that stuff out early in the morning. All they
Yeah.
talk about is shutting something down. The CDC said they're gonna shut this down, and I'm like, man, one day it's the air might be a little bit okay. No, it's not. So
Good.
so
Yeah. Now, one thing I did see when I did come back to Philly, because I told you I just flew into Philly. For anybody that don't know, I slid to the Midwest, so I'm handling a lot of endeavors in the Midwest. So I got a spot in the Midwest, but I still got spots in Philadelphia, so I fly back and forth.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
do also fly to the West Coast as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at all three coasts
Oh,
at
okay.
any given time. But when I recently last week when I flew into Philly, it just struck me real crazy how they got it looking like a motherboard. It looked like a computer motherboard with all them 5G towers around the city and how they just extra radiation. So it really had got me. I was a little, so I had to go. I had to up on the C iodine. That's what I take for radiation. Anyway, for that 5G stuff, you're supposed to take C iodine. It helps out with that
Yeah.
and
Well, well,
graviola.
well, it's
Huh?
funny because I hit you up a couple days ago. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just hit him up and see if he ready to go. But I already had some people actually ready to go. But they was like, when?
Yeah.
They were like, when? I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So the bottom line is Resse Raway is doing his thing. I've known this, well, I've probably
Yeah.
known you for about
No
10
problem.
years now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
they used to do the events and of hip hop. It's funny because the last event that I actually did hip hop, I did it. It was Sandman, and he did it
Okay.
at I forgot the name of that spot right off of 15th and South. Because I was it was weird because I was tied into all that the open mics and I was tied into that. Didn't know it. I was because I was
Yeah.
DJing in different places, but
Yeah. You was.
I was just tied in. I was like, man, look, who, whatever. But the thing was, I actually had fun actually being around people that were talented and I'm still that. You probably never knew this also, but I've been a PA announcer for basketball games. So a lot of those basketball games,
Okay.
dude,
Okay.
so I've been a voice, even though y'all never heard me talk when I was DJing.
Yeah.
I was actually doing arenas.
But that's how it go. That's how
Yeah.
people never know. Like Spike Lee picked me up on a movie. Spike Lee picked me up on his movie soundtrack last year for She's Got to Have a Season 2,
Uh huh.
on Netflix. So that was like real crazy. Plus, they picked me up to be on that Surviving Jacob that's on Apple TV right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like, and that was with Captain America. You know what I mean? Out of Boston.
Well, no, no,
So
no.
it was
One thing about a rapper, nobody hustle better than a rapper because they know how to get to the next studio, whether they got a car or not. It's some kind of way it works out, and y'all understand how to stay in people's face and brand because that's what you are. You're really just a brand. People don't even understand that. Look, you could never come out with
yeah,
a record ever, but actually have a great brand. And believe it or
yeah.
not, all you really trying to do is get to that bag. So if you get to the bag, then you good.
Oh yeah,
So
the bag is the motivation. See a lot, but at this point in my life, I have elevated because I'm not really. I wouldn't even just call myself a rapper anymore. I call myself a mogul more or less, um, artistically and what I do because I,
yeah.
I own I own a real estate company. Like, and my real estate company, I deal with nothing but green efficiency housing. So all my houses and all my properties that are being built have solar panel energy, and they also have purification on the water. So you wash with clean water. You don't have to worry about drinking school kill punch or wherever you at. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said
Because
school kill punch.
yeah, you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm doing on that end, agriculturally dealing with real estate. But then
Okay.
on the film, and I'm actually like bringing in a whole new set of people because Spike Lee did this, and he already gave the blueprint. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Well,
And
look,
if
it's
he's
funny you said Terrence, right? I
yeah,
inboxed Terrence and told him to hit me up. If you can get with him again, I can put all three of us back on it, and then do it that way
Yeah,
too. Because I know Terrence, I've known Terrence about 20 years, believe it or not,
yeah.
and I knew he was doing that kind of stuff, and that's right up his alley. That's if he don't hit me back, but other than that, you can
Yeah.
just put the word in
What?
or whatever.
I call Matt when you get off this joint. But yeah, that's bro. That's bro. Like, you know what I mean, what's the name? But I actually did feel a lot of people don't know this. I actually edited that Touch project.
Yeah.
I edited that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I was in a lot of stuff that T do, and you know what I mean. I'm behind the scenes with him with that stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But some people do, some people don't, because they always see me around. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just how it go.
Well, like I told you, nobody hustle better than rappers, man. I'm telling you, I used to be around people at gas stations, and I mean, little kids that was rappers was trying to sell a CD. It's funny because I bought quite a few of them joints too. I, I might have gave them the best street credibility they ever had, but I just didn't, but I like to see people try to, earn some honest dollars anyway. So, I support that stuff.
I mean, but that's what it's all about. It's all about, like I said, like at this point in my life, I elevate and I help people. I do more of I make more. I realized in life I make more um being a motivational or influencer than being a person that just shut shit down. Don't give. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
learned. I learned it was better to influence, better to help, better to motivate, better to make people feel like what I'm saying, they could do whatever they want
It's
to do.
always
You know
better.
what I'm
It's
saying?
always better to try to make somebody else better especially when you outside, because there's so many different people doing so much different,
So much. Yeah.
and then it's some good people out there that don't get no help neither. So it's like
Yeah.
it's a give or take. I mean, you just got to pick. Honestly, just help somebody if you can,
Yeah.
and,
Just
and
help
then
somebody elevate. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got 10 people, and I ain't gonna hold you. This part I took off a Jay-Z handbook. He helped Power 105 to get on. Breakfast Club.
yeah,
He helped start that. He helped the magazine companies, Double XL. He helped
yeah.
start that. You know, they was everybody in a point of their life, they are just beginning their process of what they dream and what they want to accomplish in life. It takes a person like me, you, and people that already have situations that's already going up to intervene
Always
sometimes and
going
make
up.
and make sure, yeah.
That's
And
why
you
I created this. Like I actually I can actually teach people how to do real vocals. Like if you listen to the microphone and everything, this is this is this is about as good as you gonna get. I check for ESPN and all those people. They got on the same thing you got, but yet they don't even know. I can come in their house and put something together with a laptop and a mic, and all you need is an interface. But I know how to do it though, because you got to add another little piece to it. I
Yo,
can
all
make you
right.
sound good all the time. So, if I get a deal, I want a deal to be with the celebrities and all that, so they can give me that sponsorship. I'm not going to do nothing and don't get the sponsorship, because that's what everybody's trying to get to, the sponsorship.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what everybody try to do. Everybody wants to be in a position where they are getting maximum exposure. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
What's funny to me, like going back to my movie, I got people, regular people that had, they just knew that they wanted to be something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got them involved in the movie. Some people just was people that just needed, something. You know what I'm saying at that moment, and I just like, yo, do this for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Well,
And I got the
that's what it takes. And then sometimes things is about the right time, the right
yeah,
place, and you
mhm,
got to change, because if everybody's doing the same thing, it's not going
nah,
to work, because it's saturation. Just like I tell people,
mhm,
everybody's going to college, but you better find out what's the real numbers to the success rate of what you going to school for. because that
Yeah.
I know people that went to school told me they had their masters, and I'm like, well, you got a regular job though, you know, you only making
Yeah.
35 grand. That no, that no.
Yeah, that
So
don't work.
that don't work. That means you didn't do your homework, because
Right.
all of this stuff is homework. Now I'm not even gonna say nothing about the stuff that I'm involved in. I'm gonna just let everybody see it, and you're gonna be like, he told me. But sometimes telling somebody is beyond their intellect,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they stay where everybody else is at. If you look at the marketing game for promotions and promoters, right now is not a good time for them. So
Oh no.
some people, that's all they did. And even when I was DJing and hosting and all that, that was just extra money for me. And when I did do it, I understood you better get the whole door, or you better get a half of the door. It's about the door. It's not about
Yeah.
coming in there,
Yeah. It
you
ain't
know.
about just showing off.
No. So
No.
I worked with quite a few people that had some serious artists that really brought some people out. Because when we was doing the Trocadero, Marcus was at the Trocadero, and he
Yeah,
brought me in
yeah.
on that. And I think you was there a couple times, right, with
You
Marcus,
know
right?
how Marcus Miller, right?
Yeah, Marcus Miller. So
Marcus, yeah, yeah, yeah. Marcus, we did the matter of fact, Scarfo, you did DJ that joint. The
yeah, so
all female concert and all that stuff.
yeah, exactly. But me and him
Yeah.
was always cool. And guess, see, a lot of people didn't know this. I used to go after I ever, I DJ'd or whatever, or whenever I was out, I used to go and hook up with Lil Troy and
Yeah.
them, and do fusion and whatever the name of that other spot was. And I jumped
Yeah,
on the mic.
Thomas. Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
was on the mic. So I was always an in it. Look, I can, my resume on that don't even compare to the hip hop stuff. It's night and day. When all those high school games with Sneaker Villa, I knew
Yeah,
Patrick.
yeah,
I knew Patrick. Patrick hit me up. He didn't hire nobody white. He hired me.
yeah.
And
I know that's
and
right.
and and it's funny because a lot of the basketball players that we see in the league right now, I did their games, a lot of their games when they was like in fifth grade. I'm talking about Kyle Lowry, Deion Waiters. I did all their games when they was kids. They was coming in with their moms and sisters and brothers. And I even know a couple agents, but nobody knew all that when I was doing the hip hop stuff.
That's
Nobody knew
how
that.
that's how it go though, brother. Because it's about staying progressive, staying productive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you don't stay productive, if you don't stay in it, then you degress.
Well, if you
So
don't stay in it, you ain't gonna be winning. You're just not gonna
yeah,
win.
you're
But
not,
but
you're
but
not.
on your journey though, on your journey, you got to start to make sense. Everybody wasn't great at what they did. They just did it because
Yeah,
they loved it. If you can keep it at love, then you'll always be at peace with yourself. Don't get into the who you think is better and this, that, and other. Just do what you think is going to be good for you, because that's where a
yeah,
lot of people get bitter, angry, upset, and you know everybody got their own opinion.
yeah.
Me
No doubt.
personally, I don't really like the artists that we have now representing our music, especially in hip hop.
Talking about the Philly, we talking about Philly, or we just
No, no,
talking
no,
about
no, 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 no. I'm
universal?
talking about in the
Talking about
industry.
just universal.
Yeah, yeah,
Period.
yeah. It's only a couple guys
Yeah.
that I actually. I mean, I still like Drake. I like Lil Baby. Who's the
Yeah,
guy?
little baby.
I like. Now I'm gonna tell you who I really like. A A Boogie with the hoodie.
Oh, A Boogie with the hoogie. You
He's
like you
hot.
like her? You like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah. I like his stuff. But like I said, I'm
I
still
like
jaded.
I
I'm still
listen to
jaded
Polo
kiss.
G.
Listen to me. Give me Jadakiss, Fabulous, BD Siegel. Give me the guys that
Oh,
could bird it down any day.
speaking of Jada, shout out to Jadakiss. Because Jadakiss, that's like my mentor right now. So we be talking, handling business together.
Yeah.
We actually lining up. I ain't telling everybody the details, but I got something coming soon dealing with him, involved with him and me.
What is it?
So
Like clothing or something?
no, this is dealing with music. This
Oh,
dealing with
okay. Yeah,
music.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's
Good.
dealing
Yeah,
on that.
he's definitely, he's iconic. I mean, look, the locks. I
Yeah,
can't even just say him,
man,
you know what I mean?
man,
Because I like Styles P and I like Chic Luch. But like I said, I
yeah.
like Philly artists. I like Meek. I like Beans. I think Beans is, a little bit better, but you know, that's just a
Uh,
matter of opinion.
my thing is, I like the
I like the storytelling.
it's
Beans is great
yeah.
at that. But Beans, hold up, that's a whole nother hold up. You know what we gonna do? We're gonna do a hip hop joint.
Yeah,
We
cause
you
that, yeah,
gonna
cause
take
that's it.
you gonna pick your top five, and I'm gonna pick
Yeah,
my top five. Look, you're gonna be surprised who I might pick though.
yeah,
But
cause like I grew up, cause in that era that I grew up, that I was really banging. I ain't gonna hold you. I was banging some state prop, but I wasn't just banging state prop. Cause like I fuck with Freeway and PD Strong. You know what I mean? I bang with them too. I bang with them hard. You know what I'm saying? But as far as music wise, I remember there ain't nothing but gangsters up in here. You know what I mean? Ram Squad.
oh yeah, yeah,
I
of
was,
course.
you know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember when
Them boys had
I
fire, man.
remember
They had club bangers back then. I
yeah,
used
they
to play
had
their music.
bangers.
I used to play the music. I know,
I
I
remember
know.
when them figures was dropping them albums
Major
back to back
figures, major
mixtape.
physics. Phillies
I
was
you know
that's
what I'm
why I said you
saying?
didn't know about 100X, but 100X they had
I
they
I
had it
might have
then.
had the I had the hear about them though.
Well, no,
If
no,
they
no.
was
See,
in that era,
that goes back to Larry Lair. That goes back
yeah,
to that era. So that
yeah,
you talking about EST and all of
yeah,
that, yeah, you
Schoolie.
talking
Actually,
about that Philly stuff.
Sways. If you know the Grinch, you ever heard of the Grinch? Sways, B Sways. He's
Nah.
actually one of B Sways called him the Grinch. He ran with EST and Cool C on him. He actually is a part of my high maintenance lifestyle corporation. He's actually one of the people that's involved in the entertainment company handling business and the behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. So we got
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of situations coming with that too. Yeah, he's a graffiti artist. He came under that whole umbrella with that whole era
Yeah.
and all that.
All right.
You
So
know what
this
I
what I'm
mean?
gonna do. I'm probably gonna get you, you know, you know, check me out another time. I'll try to
Yeah, yeah,
set it
no
up.
doubt.
I might even try to set it up a little earlier or whatever. But Reese Raway, be on the lookout for the guy. He's doing like 15 things. So you eventually gonna run into one of the
Yeah,
things that he doing.
yeah, definitely. You already probably did. You just didn't know
Yeah, there you go.
it.
So just tell
You
them
know what I
your
mean?
information and remind yourself to just share whatever you did. You remember you ain't gotta send it to nobody until tomorrow because I know the
Oh
timing was
yeah,
a little
yeah, no
crazy.
doubt.
And
Yeah,
Reese Rawway doing his thing.
yeah, no
Stay up
doubt.
on him. The man ain't playing. All right, y'all.
Definitely not playing. Definitely not playing. Resse Raway, y'all already know at Resse Raway on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's Resse Raway everywhere. www.resseraway.com. That's the website. www.suckerfreenation.com is the clothing site. If you want some of this SFN Sucker Free Nation gear, High Maintenance Pictures is the film company. Look out for the next two movies right now. If you want to check out the movie that's on Amazon Prime, go to Amazon Prime and type in Philadelphia Sleeper. You know what I'm saying? And if you need housing and you want some green efficiency housing with lower rates and to help you on your electric and water bill, holler at me because I got Better Choice Real Estate
I told you,
Investment
don't
Company.
nobody hustle better than a rapper. I'm out.